Um, One of the things that you have brought to our attention when we communicated earlier this week was the role of the CIA in art and music festivals. Now, when I first heard this, I smiled and I said, look, Mike's a smart guy, but this is really off the wall. Can this actually be happening? So, give us a little bit of background on what the CIA does with art and music festivals. And are we talking about art and music festivals in the US or outside the US? Because
Outside.
you and I have both read the CIA charter, and it pretty clearly prohibits them from doing anything in the US, even though we know they do. So give
Right.
us a big picture, and then we'll run some clips from these music festivals.
Sure. And a quick note on that, the church committee hearings in 1975 and 1976 had their basis in part on the fact that the CIA had actually gone against that charter with things like Operation Chaos and their infiltration of left-wing student groups who were anti-Vietnam War. They were essentially paying left-wing student publications on college campuses in order to sway hearts and minds against the sort of far left, which at the time was anti-war. And when they got caught doing that, that of course led to these sort of left-wing oriented church committee hearings to say never again will you break this charter. But
Right.
returning to arts and to arts and music, what we had in 1948 with the UN Declaration on Human Rights was this idea that you could no longer conquer territory by force. It's no longer accepted by international law that you could just roll into a country with tanks. You had to have some sort of democratic predicate. The hearts and minds had to sort of ratify the support for the governance structure in a particular country, and the modality of taking over a country effectively in order to exploit its resources, extract its gas or its minerals, in order to have it serve as a basically proxy state for our military bases. You had to have the hearts and minds of the citizenry at least ratify that government in support of US policy.